Welcome to Ask the Booth. You can do it through any of our Charger social media platforms, through Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, however you may want to get us your questions. Seems as though, believe it or not, Nick, many more positive questions these days. As we look forward to the final 5 games of the season. The Chargers sit at 5-6, but you can make a case they're the hottest team in football, or at least one of them, having won 5 of their last 7. So Ryan sends in the question, do you think if we run the table, maybe he's a backup fullback, I don't recognize the name.
Good job, Ryan. You've been putting great work in.
Finish 10-6, that we will win the division?
Yes, the Chargers win the division if they go 10-6. Absolutely. A little bit of their own destiny in their hands. Going to play the Chiefs again at the end of the year, and the Chiefs have really struggled of late, and I do believe the Chargers, if they win the last 5 games, they're the division champs.
The Browns are 0-for, but given last year's result, is this a trap game for us? Which I think actually helps. The fact that Chargers lost last year prevents it from being a trap game.
Exactly right. That's it. You go in there in that locker room and you ask the guys about this game coming up, and they are still stung by that loss Christmas Eve last year in Cleveland, and the only victory that the Browns were able to get. This is not a trap game, and the guys realize they're 5-6. After the game, talked to Anthony Lynn in the locker room on Thanksgiving Day, and he said, Nick, we're 5-6.
There are no trap games.
Trap game? We're not even 500 yet.
Yeah, I do think that's a big deal, though. I would imagine that all the guys that were on the team last year really want to make sure that they erase that memory, that they were the one team. Look, it's hard to go 0-16 in the NFL. Believe it or not, the Browns are going to get a win.
I believe it.
It won't be this week.
I believe
Not
yeah.
after this was the team they got the 1 win against last year. All right, finally, Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen have been on a tear the past couple weeks, which, by the way, congratulations to Phillip Rivers, your Offensive Player of the Week. Will it continue between those two?
It can continue,
this week,
but like we talked about earlier, I think you got to show a little bit of restraint and not let everybody get onto the tendencies and cue onto that Keenan Allen and figure out how to slow that train down. So maybe at the beginning of the game, just a little bit, enough to get this offense going in the right direction, and then let somebody else take the reins for a little bit. And also a good time to give Keenan Allen an in-game rest, if you will.
Kind of like we saw against the Bills. And that certainly seemed to benefit him. I mean, there was not a set of heavy legs on that team in Dallas on the short week. Obviously, it's not a short week, but this time of year, you can speak from experience. Everybody's dealing with nicks, bruises, and bumps and things they're trying to get over. So if, in fact, the Chargers can continue their tear and get up big, would be nice to see them get some rest, specifically for Keenan, since he's been putting in big work. All right, that's it. Remember, you can always submit questions through whichever social media platform you prefer, be it the chat snap, as the old men like to call it, the Instagram, the Twitter, or Facebook, whatever it may be. We'll take them anyway, and hopefully we'll be back next week talking about this team being at 500 for the first time since they were 0-0 going into that late Monday nighter where we had hoped, but unfortunately didn't have the time of our lives.